Welcome to a special edition of Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa. I am Melissa, and we are going to try something new. We are going to do just a quick and dirty rundown of the events that are coming up here in and around town that you might be interested in and can't find it all on Facebook, so we're just going to give you a quick rundown here. So we're going to start with, hold on, I got to put on some glasses here so I can actually read what we're trying to tell you about here. So we've got Taylorsville Community Church. They are starting their Christmas Assistance Program. They have sign-up dates starting 10/21 from 10 to 4. This is going to be at their location at 277 Taylorsville Road. So 10/21 from 10 to 4, 10/24 from 1 to 5, October 28th from 1 to 7, October 30th from 10 to 12, and October 30th from 5 to 7 p.m. So lots of different date options. If you are someone who's going to need some help this Christmas for your children, they have a list on their Facebook page of the things that you're going to need to bring with you to prove that need, but you're going to take those items and go to 277 Taylorsville Road. Again, that's Taylorsville Community Church. Any questions, you can refer those to Gladys Waldridge, 502-422-0174. The next thing we have coming up, I'm trying to do these in date order of when they're starting, but we have the America 250 Committee. If you're not aware, America will be celebrating its 250th birthday on Independence Day in 2026, so that's really exciting. So we have an America 250 Committee working here in Spencer County along with our Taylorsville Tourism, and they are hosting a special event on October 23rd at 6:30 p.m. That's going to be in our Spencer County Public Library in their community room. There's going to be refreshments and a presentation. They're going to talk about the Revolutionary War Patriots of Spencer County. So this committee has been doing a lot of research trying to identify all of the Revolutionary War soldiers that were from this area, settled in this area after the war, had any connections to this area. So that's really exciting. They've actually identified, I think, over 60. So that should be really cool if you're a history buff or just really into local history and find that stuff interesting. Definitely come check that out. Again, that is October 23rd, 6:30 at the library. The next event will be at Revival Coffee here in Spencer County in Fisherville. They are having a wellness event on October 25th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And what that's going to include are healthy snack and meal ideas, savings on their meal prep bundles, which are a great deal. And if you've not had their food, you definitely must try. They're going to give some workout challenges and accountability. They're also going to be offering B12 and nutrition shots as well as consults. They're going to have tallow-based skin care. Let's try that again. Tallow-based skincare, courtesy of Birch and Oak, who's going to be attending the event. But they're going to have lots of giveaways. They're going to be selling elderberry syrups and all the good stuff you need for wellness. So again, that's at Revival Coffee in Fisherville, October 25th from 10 to 1 p.m. Our Spencer County Library is also having a Scoop-tacular celebration. Love that. If you're my age, then I know you remember Scooby-Doo. I don't know. Do young kids still watch Scooby-Doo? I don't know. But if not, they should, right? Especially the old ones. October 25th from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the Spencer County Public Library. So it's going to be a Scooby-Doo themed Halloween event. There's going to be games and activities. And of course, they got to have some Scooby snacks. So children are encouraged to wear their costume and just stop by for some fun if you're looking for something to do with the littles. Next up, again, on October 25th, we've got a lot going on here in the next 2 weeks. The Spencer County Historical and Genealogical Society is going to be hosting a cleanup at Clark Stodgel Cemetery on October 25th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The address for that cemetery is 3506 Mill Road. That's in Mount Eden. So if you want to help restore old cemeteries, these are historical cemeteries, all you got to do is just show up to one of their cleanup dates, follow them on Facebook if you're not currently, again, Spencer County Historical and Genealogical Society. But when you come to one of these cemetery cleanups, like the one at Clark Stodge Hill, you're just going to bring any of the following that you have. So maybe you have loppers, weed eaters, chainsaws, rakes, work gloves, push mowers. Of course, bring some drinking water because it gets hot real fast. Even though it's chilly outside, you work up a sweat and you're going to need something to drink. And there's not a lot out there in the cemetery, so you're going to need to bring your own. So again, that's October 25th, 3 to 6 p.m. at Clark Stodgel Cemetery, 3506 Mill Road in Mount Eden. And then continuing on this very busy weekend of October 25th, we have the Taylorsville Farmers Market. Yes, our farmers market is still going on. The weather is still great, so why would it not? But the vendors of the farmers market are going to be hosting a free trick or treat at the Saturday, October 25th event from 8 to 12. So bring your kiddos, dress them up, parade them through the farmers market while mama does some shopping. The kids can trick or treat. So what more could you ask for? There's also going to be a costume contest at 11 a.m. And what's fun about this is it's a costume contest for kids, and there's also one for your pet. So bring your pet dressed up. The farmers market is located right outside of Fresh Take Deli Market, right outside the Settlers Center. So again, October 25th from 8 to 12, and that costume contest is at 11 a.m. Continuing on October 25th, if you're doing multiple of these, you are going to be a busy person that day. The Taylorsville Lake Catfish Tournament Fall Bash is being held at 6:45 a.m. because fishermen do everything really early, because apparently that's when the fish bite. I am not a fisherman, so I don't know that to be true, but that's what I hear. So October 25th, 6:45 a.m., there is a 100% payout, and pre-registration is required. So check them out on Facebook, Taylorsville Lake Catfish Tournament, and make sure you sign up for that. I'm always amazed at the size of the fish that come out of that lake. All right, now we're on to 10/26, so October 26th. Taylorsville Nutrition in the Settlers Center is going to be raising money for local breast cancer warrior Jillian Slavic. So stop by before the trunk or treat, grab a free drink, and buy a ticket. They're going to be raising some money for her. If you've not tried their drinks, they have protein drinks, energy drinks, all kinds of good stuff. Definitely worth checking out. And hopefully you can do that on October 26th during their open hours and help raise some money for our local resident, Jillian. On October 26th at noon, the Mount Eden Community Center is going to be hosting a fall fish fry. So if you've been missing out on some fish fries, and we haven't had a lot of those since Lent is over, but if you've been craving some good fish, this is the time. So Mount Eden Community Center, they are located at 11999 Mount Eden Road. Again, that's in Mount Eden. And it is the Mount Eden Community Center at noon on 10/26. They're going to have some great deals on some platters there. And then we have our big trunk or treat on October 26th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is hosted by the Taylorsville Community Church and Country Mart. Now, you are used to seeing this at Country Mart, and unfortunately this year, because of the construction going on right there next to Country Mart, they have had to move it to Spencer County Public High School. So make sure you're aware of that. You're going to meet at the high school, whether you are a person who's going to be giving out candy, if you're one of the local businesses who's going to be doing that, or if you're bringing your kiddos to trick or treat. You're going to go to the high school. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. They're going to have live music, food, fun, and of course, lots of candy. And then you get a day or two break, and then we're going to pick back up on October 29th at 6:30 p.m. at Beehive Homes. So that is one of our local assisted living facilities, and the residents there would just love to see your kiddos and fill their halls with some laughter and some fun. So bring your kids dressed up. The residents are going to be handing out candy in the halls starting at 6:30 p.m. And Adriana did ask if you would message the page and just let her know if you are coming so that she can make sure that they have enough candy to give out. They definitely don't want to run low. So again, that's Beehive Homes. They are located right there behind Country Mart. That's October 29th at 6:30 p.m. And then on actual Halloween, Friday, October 31st, the city of Taylorsville and the local businesses will welcome all of the kiddos to Main Street for trick-or-treating. This goes on rain or shine. It starts at 5 p.m., usually goes to about 8 p.m. It's trick-or-treat on Main. If it does rain, the Spencer County Chamber of Commerce usually opens up their building and allows the kids to come in there to trick-or-treat, but hopefully there's no rain in sight and you'll be able to walk up and down Main, enjoy the beautiful things on Main Street, and the kiddos can get lots of candy. So October 31st, and that starts at 5 p.m. And then just a couple of general things that are going on this month. Just want to bring up that Small Town Tavern has reopened, and they do have new owners. So things are new and exciting. Jay and Tracy Kestel are your new owners, and bartender Danielle Hahn. They would love to welcome you. They are opening up at 4 o'clock now, starting Wednesday through Saturday. So 4 p.m., I believe, to 7 p.m. is happy hour, and they do have specials to make it worth your while to stop by on your way home from work. They're going to be having trivia nights, karaoke, live music, open mic nights, probably some parking lot parties they mentioned here soon. So definitely follow them on Facebook. Please stop by and give them a warm welcome here to town. and thank them for opening our only local bar back up because we need it. And then lastly, just wanted to let you know that More Outdoor, they are located here in Elk Creek. They sell all your favorite brands of lawnmowers and small power equipment. They, in honor of Halloween, are having 10% off Husqvarna chainsaws, which I think is so cute for Halloween. That's going to go on through 10/31, so you can stop by there and save 10% off on a chainsaw and check out what else they have. Again, they are located here in Fisherville or Elk Creek, More Outdoor Equipment. All right, guys, I think that's all that I have. That was a lot and a mouthful, but hopefully you like this little quick and dirty format here of just giving you the events that are coming up in town. We're going to try to do this weekly. Let us know if you enjoyed it. Until we see you on the next show. Bye.